have tuned in to Mary Precious Jones Huntsville, better known as Precious. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate that. And if this is your first time, welcome. You can always join me. That's all you have to do is just click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you'll know each time when I upload another video. Give me a thumbs up and comment. Guys, that's it. Okay guys, just want to let you know before I get started, we do have another channel, and that channel is Avision Realty Inc. Huntsville, and I will leave the link to that particular channel down in the description box. That's all you have to do is click on it and it'll take you straight to it. That's all I talk about is just real estate. Okay, and let me read you my disclaimer. My disclaimer is this information is only to be used for educational purposes. I am not an attorney. I am not a CPA. If you need legal advice, then you need to seek legal advice. Okay, so I got that out of the way. So guys, today I am going to be just talking about what happens on closing dates. Okay, what happens on closing dates? Okay, I know a lot of buyers, they kind of get a little bit nervous when closing date comes. You know, seem like their palms start sweating, but guys, you have done everything. You did the biggest part. Prepare yourself to get to this particular day. So I just want to come in and just trying to lighten your load, just to let you know that it is not hard on closing day. That's the easiest part, guys, because that's all you have to do is just show up, and everything else will be instructed to you, telling you what to do, how to do, where to sign. So just want to let you know. Okay, so let's back it up to like the walkthrough. So we're gonna go a little bit earlier than the closing date. Okay, so normally the walkthrough, you know, we get that out of the way like maybe a day, and some people they do it the day of closing. Okay, but anyway, so now the walkthrough and everything, the final walkthrough is out of the way. Hey guys, we are heading to closing. We're going to the closing table. Okay, so once you get to the attorneys, they're gonna ask you for your ID, your driver's license with a picture on it, and they're just gonna make a copy of that, and they'll give you the license back or your ID back, and you sit in the lobby and you wait until they call your name. Now at that time, the buyer's agent is going to be there most of the time, and along with the listing agent and their seller. So the buyer's agent is going to be there for the buyer, and the seller's agent is going to be there for the seller. Okay, so you're going to have two different families in there, and so we'll sit there and we wait. Once they call the buyer's name or the seller's name, then the agent, the realtor, will go back there with you guys, and there's a big long table with seating arrangement, and they like for the buyer and the seller to sit, like the closing agent will sit at the end of the table, and right there by the closing agent, you're going to have the buyer on one side of the table and the seller on the other side of the table. And what the closing agent would do is he going to go ahead on and he going to start, you know, the paperwork, and he will go over the paperwork. You might not understand all of the paperwork because they're going to put it in a quick term. They're not going to sit there and read everything. That's why we like for you to read all of your packages that came from your lender before you get to the closing agent, because you won't have time to sit there and read, you know, line to line, precept on precept. But anyway, they are going to start off with some people call it the settlement statement. So I'm just going to say settlement statement because I know the buyer will understand that much better, or the closing statement per se, okay? But anyway, we don't call it that anymore. But anyway, just so the buyer can understand what I'm talking about, it'll be like the settlement statement, the closing statement, with all of the fees broken down into detail on how much you're paying towards this, how much you're paying towards that. It'll be broken down, and at the very last page, it'll tell you how much money you had to bring to closing, down to the nitty-gritty, down to the penny, and you will have already gotten your cashier check. It has to be certified because they're gonna let you know before closing how much money you have to bring to closing, okay? And so buyer, once you get that cashier check, you're gonna have it with you when you get to closing, okay? Because at a particular point, they're gonna ask for that check before we can pass out any keys, before we can release any keys over to you, okay? So now that you have gone through the process, the closing agent will hand you this piece of paper, you sign it, and just be prepared to sign a lot of papers, especially if you are going FHA. FHA is a lot of paper. Not to scare you, but anyway, just be prepared to sign a lot of papers, okay? And so once you sign all of those papers that they give you, now you almost at the end, guys. Okay, guys, so you have made it through the hard parts. And once you give the attorney or the closing agent that certified check that you was told to bring to closing, guys, that's mainly it. But do keep in mind that the attorney is going to stress to you, and this is almost at the end of the closing process. They are going to try to steer in your head to go and homestead that house. It is very important that you homestead that house. And what the homestead is you are letting your local government, which, you know, at the courthouse, your local government, you want to let them know that, hey, I am going to be living in this house, so don't charge me this outrageous taxes because, you know, if you're not going to live in the house, like the investor that buys the house, their taxes is going to like double, okay? So the homestead is just giving you that tax break, so you don't have to pay extra money like the investor because you are not making money off of this house, okay? But you have to let them know, you have to go down to the tax assessor and just say, hey, I want the house homestead, and they will take it from there, because you're going to already have all your paperwork with you. But if you don't do that, and if you wait, cause like here in Huntsville, it's like our tax season of our fiscal year or tax year, we are sent out, say, a bill like for October the 1st. So that's when our taxes starts, from October the 1st until September the 30th. So if you close on that house before October the 1st of that particular year, you better make sure that you go down to your local courthouse at the tax assessor, wherever your tax assessor is located at, okay? Go to your tax assessor and let them know you want that house homestead. That will save you a lot of money, because if you miss that deadline, guess what? You got to go all year up until the next October the 1st paying that outrageous taxes, property taxes, okay? I'm talking about property taxes now. If you miss October the 1st, if you're living here in Huntsville, you got to go from October the 1st up until the next October the 1st before you would actually see this outrageous property taxes come off of your house. So it is very important. They're going to stress that, because at the end of closing, that's where the keys are going to be transferred to the new owner, and the realtor will hand those keys over to you, and that seems like that's the most happiest time of your life. Well, okay guys, so there you have it. So now you know what happens at closing. It is not hard. That is a happy day. All of that is over. That stress is over. You have your keys, and congratulations, you are the new home owner. Okay, so just keep in mind, get it homestead, get it homestead. I cannot stress that enough. Because if you don't get it homestead, you will remember that, and you will regret that for the rest of your life. Okay, well, all right guys, so I did mention that I had a new channel called Avision Realty in Huntsville. That link will be down in my description box below. That's all you have to do is click on it. On that particular channel, it's nothing but real estate and just videos trying to show you how to stay out of the pit hole, how to come out of the pit hole, and just, you know, just different nuggets. Some of the stuff on it that you probably hadn't even thought about it, because I talk about all subject dealing with real estate. If someone asks me a question, I will go and I'll put it on a video, okay? And like the buyers, first time home buyers, I have a lot of videos out there for them, because I know when I was in process of buying a house, when I was in the market of buying a house, I didn't know to look for this information, so I was just out there, and my agent was new. I was new, so where that leave me? Both of us, we was new. Okay, so guys, I really do appreciate you for listening to this video. I appreciate you for clicking on this video and for your continually supporting me. I appreciate that. That would not go unnoticed. Okay, so guys, I'm getting ready to sign off. If you have any questions, give me a call. My contact information will be in the description box below. Call me, text me, or email me. Those are the best ways to get in contact with me. But the #1 way to get in contact with me is to pick up the phone and call me, okay? Pick up the phone, call me. And that way, I'll be able to connect with you right away. All right? Okay, so guys, I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the future, because your future looks good on you. Bye-bye.